I want to talk a little bit more about assignment 4. Hopefully you've had a chance to read through the rubric, which is posted in the assignments folder and also in the module 4 folder on Georgia View. But I know it's a bit complex, it's a bit intense, and so I wanted to spend some time actually discussing it. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the course Q&A or reach out to me individually. But assignment 4, we started before we start assignment 3, and it kind of spans the last 3 weeks of class. And so it's kind of a stretched out assignment, but you can reference the course calendar for specific deadlines for each part of the assignment. But this is a fun assignment because you get to actually do some blogging. I have created a social media blog to really kind of share some fun and relevant social media updates with each other, with other marketing students at Georgia College, and with anyone really in the public who is searching for us and finds our blog because they're interested in fun and relevant social media updates. So our goal through this assignment is to capture and analyze some social media marketing examples and also to look at what's new in the world of social media, especially from a marketing perspective. So as part of our analysis, we're going to highlight benefits and risks of companies engaging with customers on social media. Now, this blog is run by you, and so each of you is required to contribute at least 4 times for this class. And so we'll talk a little bit about the different types of posts that you'll be writing. The login information is provided to you in the assignment rubric. As a reminder, please do not share the login information with anyone. If a classmate even comes to you, feel free to defer them to me to get the login information if they aren't able to locate it or are having issues logging in. But the rubric, the assignment guidelines, kind of walks you through how to start creating a post. We are using Blogger as our platform, which you learned about in Chapter 7. So a couple things to make sure of when you're writing your post. There are a few different post requirements. You can look at page 2 of the assignment guidelines to go through the individual requirements, but make sure you are putting, you're going to have to find some examples of social media, so make sure that you include a link back to where you found that content, and make sure your first name and last initial is in the body copy of every post. That way I can make sure you get credit for writing it. You are going to do 3 posts that fall into the category social media successes and failures, or wins and fails. And you are going to find 3 examples of social media content. You can find 3 examples by the same company, or you can find 3 examples by different companies or a combination of companies. You will need to find 2 examples of a successful social media post and 1 example of a bad social media post or a failed social media post. In your analysis, you can choose to focus on the original content, so what the post actually says, or you can focus on the consumer response to that content and how the consumers engaged with or interacted with the company. Now, in your analysis, as you start talking about why it's a good post or why it's not a good post, you should refer back to your textbook and other course materials, and you have to give at least 2 reasons as to why the post is a success or a failure. So a reason why it might be successful is that they followed some content guidelines that we've discussed. A reason why it might have failed is that consumers responded very negatively to what they posted. And so you can talk about why it was a success or why it was a failure. If it was a failure, you can talk about what you would have done differently. Now, each post only needs to be 100 to 200 words long, so these are very short posts. And each one is worth 5 points. So you can see in the rubric when those are due. The first one is due this Saturday, and then I believe next Saturday and the following Saturday. So feel free to work on them ahead of time. You just have to have 3 posted, and you have to make sure you are at least meeting the deadlines. But you can do the second and third post early if you choose to, or you can wait until the deadline. But I do encourage you to work at your own pace on this and work ahead if you can. The fourth post that each student is going to make is a social media article. So you are required to find an article, and you can find it anywhere on the internet or in any type of marketing journal or social media journal. And you're going to analyze that article and in the blog, and you're going to talk about what that article says, and you're going to talk about why it's important. So you're going to talk about the main points of the article and your thoughts on that topic based on the knowledge you've learned in class this semester. It's 400 to 500 words. That's all you need. That's about a page, a single spaced page, 400 to 500 words, and you should pull specific concepts from the textbook and course content. And there's more details on that post in the rubric. Make sure that you save each post to the drafts folder in the blog when you log in. You are going to save it to the drafts folder. I'm going to grade it, and then if it meets all of the requirements, I will publish it on the blog. So hopefully you will have 4 published blog posts by the time this course is over, and you can, of course, use those in your portfolio as you go to job interviews. You're also going to upload each post separately on a Word document to Dropbox. There are Dropbox folders for each of the 4 posts, the 3 successes and failures, and the 1 social media article. So you are going to put your posts in 2 places. The first one in the drafts folder on the blog itself, and the second one in Dropbox. You can work ahead, like I said, and I'm just going to put this out here, and it's in your rubric as well. Tampering with the blog or any posts on the blog will result in an automatic F in the course. Using inappropriate content or images will also result in an automatic F in the course. Please, please remember, this blog is a public forum. We are representing Georgia College, and anything that you post online or do online can be tracked back to you through an IP address. So don't risk it. Let's keep it clean, let's keep it fun, and let's have a really good time with the blog.